gentleman who is sitting in the seats over the train. So it's just the same as in other seats where they sit. So this is like all right. So I'd say get the similar napkins at 2 o'clock tonight. We can start conversation. That's your sign.
Right around.
Here's the conversation. I'll play some time.
Good morning. Please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Arkadelphia High School JROTC.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Students, teachers, school board members, family, and friends. On behalf of the class of 2025, I would like to welcome you to our commencement ceremony. For the past 13 years, each of you has invested time, money, and a lot of love into our lives and futures. Today, we hope to repay you and show you our appreciation for all of that you have done. As we walk across the stage and end this journey, we hope that you will join in our excitement to begin another. I would like to introduce the adults seated here and ask each to stand as I call his or her name. Please hold your applause until I have introduced everyone. Board of Directors, Mr. Blake Bell, President. Ms. Ida Tramble, Vice President. Ms. Gina White, Secretary. Dr. Kenneth G. Harris, he is unable to attend. He has not missed a graduation in 42 years. He wishes our graduates the best. Mr. Matt Johnson, Ms. Lori Smith, Mr. Clark Tenson. Administrators seated in the staging area are Ms. Nikki Thomas, Superintendent, Dr. Jeanette Turner, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Mr. Jimmy King, Director of Support Services, Mr. William Jeremy Bell, Director of Federal Programs, Ms. Callie Hunley, Principal, Mr. Trent Smith, Assistant Principal, Mr. Gary Garner, Dean of Students. Our faculty speaker today is Mr. Steve Patterson. Thank all of you for being a part of our commencement. You may be seated. As my time in the Arkadelphia School District comes to a close, I would like to thank those of you in attendance today who have positively impacted my life, as well as thank everyone who has supported these students behind me and helped us achieve this wonderful accomplishment that we now celebrate. Although we may be leaving here today as Arkadelphia High School alumni, I am certain our time as students will forever be remembered through our experiences with all of you and with each other. Once again, on behalf of the class of 2025, I would like to thank you for being a part of our commencement. Now, Ms. Callie Hunley will recognize our summa cum laude graduates.
Today, we want to recognize the AHS graduates who have earned summa cum laude status. These graduates have earned a GPA of 4.001 or better and a composite ACT of 21 or better with no subscore lower than 19. As I call the names of these graduates, please stand and remain standing until all names have been called. Nathaniel Reed Alexander, Taylor Nicole Altman, Millie Catherine Babb, Catherine Joanne Batson, Allison Blakely Bell, J.C. Lynn Bright, Jared Eli Campbell, Matthew Reese Campbell, Carson Anthony Carosa, Madeline Rose Costin, Sydney Anderson Covington, Chloe Delane Dunkelgard, Julia Luciana Greenwich, Scarlett Grace Hasley, Seth Evan Matoka, Bryce Robert Martin, Emma Jane Nelson, Gwendolyn Nicole Person, Olivia Michelle Robbins, Khalees Marie Stevens, Jancy Ray Thomas, Braden J. Wagner, Lauren Addison White. Thank you. You may be seated.
Our summa cum laude speaker today is Jared Campbell, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Nathan and Karen Campbell. Jared is a four-year Badger Scholar, a member of the National Honor Society, and has been on the Quiz Bowl team for 3 years. He is also a part of our two-time state championship marching band and state championship concert band as a first band, first chair, all-region trumpet player. A member of the tennis team, he placed first at conference for men's doubles tennis and our current regional championship baseball team. During his free time, he enjoys helping with Sunday school and the worship band. He plans to attend Henderson State University to major in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Jared Campbell.
Thank you for that introduction, Millie. Well, hello, fellow graduates, and those gathered here today in support as we celebrate what marks a grand finish of our academic journeys. It is my great honor to have been given the opportunity to speak today on behalf of the graduating class in remembrance and appreciation of the last 13 years, while also looking forward with excitement towards the future. With today being such an important milestone in all of our lives, I couldn't help but give this opportunity the careful and deliberate attention that it deserves. I reflected on all the time that we spent in Arkadelphia and pondered over what we'll talk about this morning. And my mind kept going back to a phrase that every Badger here will know, and a phrase that fits especially well today. And that phrase is, today's a great day to be a Badger. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably heard this phrase a million times, at every pep rally and seen it on every email. In fact, if you're like me, you may have heard this said so many times that you no longer give it any attention. Here today, though, finally here, this phrase is as meaningful and as powerful as ever. Now, I know you're probably thinking, obviously today is a great day, you're graduating, and yes, we're excited to be here. But what does it mean to be a Badger? That's what I like to talk about today. What the last 13 years as a Badger have meant to us, the graduating class. What is so unique? What is so special? I encourage you now, every Badger here, not just fellow graduates, but teachers and parents and fellow peers and alumni, to think about this. Now, as you begin to think about this, I'm sure that you've started to recall all of your successes which were made possible here at Arkadelphia. At Arkadelphia High, winning and success are ingrained into who we are. It's an irrefutable part of Badger culture. I would like to briefly share these successes. I could go on, but I'll try to keep it brief. In just our graduating class's 4 years alone, the Quiz Bowl team has won a state championship and several runner-ups. The band has won 2 back-to-back state marching championships and a state concert championship. The swim and dive team has consisted of back-to-back state champion athletes. The tennis team has sent multiple players to the state tournament every year. The baseball team has swept conference again multiple times. And most recently, the Fighting Badger football team has won the title of 4A state champions. What a record. Badgers win. While those wins and successes are exciting and should be celebrated, there's something that carries even further than those. Did y'all catch the repeated word in that list? Team, team, team. I'm willing to bet that in addition to the victories themselves, your minds are flooded with memories of the teams, clubs, and friends with whom you shared those victories. And more so than that, just the Badger family in general. We all have our own story, but for me this year it's been the administration and teachers who worked with me when I got injured to ensure I got caught up, and who personally reached out wishing me to get better soon. It's the students who stay by each other's side constantly, always encouraging one another. And it's the coaches who encourage me and try to get me back on the field as quick as possible. That's what it means to be a Badger, the family. More than anything else, it's those who stand by you, it's those who support you, and it's those who encourage you. Over our last 13 years as a Badger, there's not a time I can remember of being alone in anything. And that's true for all of us still today. It's never been an I or a me mentality. It's always been a we and us. From the elementary playgrounds to our high school classes, clubs, and teams, being a Badger has provided a home and a family that has grown together and given us opportunities to exceed in all that we do. And rest be assured, these opportunities do not end with a diploma. No, while today may mark the end of a journey for all of us, each of us today embarks on a new and hopeful future. I am confident that our time at Arkadelphia has prepared us for those futures, whatever it may be. Whether we begin our careers today, go to college or trade school, join the military, become a firefighter, a police officer, paramedic, whatever it may be. Let us look longingly to what the future holds, ready to rely on previous experiences and knowledge to persevere. Now I'd like to close with this. Another phrase every Badger here will know, but a phrase that has a different meaning today for us graduates than it will for us tomorrow. To my friends and fellow graduates, let us hold on to what it means to be a Badger. And remember, we may grow up and choose to leave Arkadelphia, but once a Badger, always a Badger. Thank you.
Mr. Steve Patterson is a 40-year veteran of Arkadelphia High School, where he teaches English and coaches golf and soccer. He also advises the student council and coaches the high school quiz bowl team, which has won the 4A state championship 5 times. He has been named Teacher of the Year for Arkadelphia High School. Mr. Patterson is the past president of the Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association Board of Directors and also serves as senior high tournament coordinator for the state. For the past several years, he has served as quiz master for the state finals quiz bowl broadcast on Arkansas PBS. He served for 21 years as secretary on the board of directors for the Miss Arkansas's Outstanding Teen Scholarship Pageant, and he has judged and emceed numerous local pageants. Mr. Patterson has also served churches across southern Arkansas as a youth minister and associate pastor, including Nashville First Baptist Church, Park Hill Baptist Church, First Baptist Church, and 3rd Street Baptist Church in Arkadelphia. He holds a BA and an MSc from Ouachita Baptist University and is a proud supporter of the Tigers. For many years, he has served as the public address announcer for Arkadelphia football, as well as the Badger Pride Marching Band, and his greatest pleasure is supporting the Badgers in whatever activities they are competing. I now present to you Mr. Steve Patterson.
Thank you, Morgan. I'm so pleased to have Morgan introduce me today. Not only did she make last year more enjoyable and often downright fun, but she's also motivated and dedicated to whatever she deems worthwhile. Wow. She will be a wonderful addition to our group of Arkadelphia High School alumni. And with that in mind, and here we are surrounded by so many people here today to honor this class, if you are an alumni of Arkadelphia High School, will you stand at this time? Well, that is great, and it is great to see you supporting these class members, some of which are yours, by the way. It's a great privilege for me to be asked to represent our faculty and in many ways the community of Arkadelphia, a community that values learning and supports education in a way unparalleled in Arkansas. As I watched this class during this last very busy couple of weeks, as they received many accolades due them for years of hard work in the classroom and on the playing fields and courts, I was astounded by their intelligence, their caring nature, and their enthusiasm. And I know that in the past I've been guilty of praising other classes for their excellence, but as I kept thinking about this group sitting behind me, this group, the class of 2025, is the greatest class to ever walk the halls of Arkadelphia High School. It's true. Many of you who are now sitting and waiting for your diplomas spent much of your junior year telling me how you were ready to get out of here and to move on. But in the last few weeks, I've heard from several of those same folks that now you're not sure about leaving Arkadelphia High School. Suddenly, faced with starting anew, you're not sure about leaving what you know and are familiar with and moving on to the unknown. And that can be scary. Maybe not AP test scary, but still pretty scary. Look around you, graduates. Today is the last day you will ever see all of your classmates together again. Like I said, scary or a relief, you must decide for yourselves. I have a confession to make. I really like to read, but not necessarily what you might expect from a learned, respectable English teacher. I mean, I really like and appreciate a good Herman Melville novel or a funny Mark Twain classic, but I'll take a modern day mystery every time, something I can use my brain to try to solve. And here's the crazy, exciting thing, and the scary thing that mysteries have taught me: life rarely turns out the perfect way that you've imagined that it would be. Life tries to mislead us, to surprise us, to challenge us. We all have this perfect plan for our lives, but that's not really the way it works. Just like any good mystery, life has a way of throwing surprises at us, of shocking us and scaring us. It's what mystery writers call compelling hooks, meant to draw us in, but also forcing us to solve those. Our job is to be strong and to be prepared for anything. As I said, you can have every moment of your life planned, but don't count on it. Life does throw many a curveball your way, and you may or may not be prepared for it. You know, we spend a lot of time drilling into our students that the most important thing in life is winning. And winning is great. Just ask these football players behind me, these divers, these band members, the quiz bowlers, and so many others. But in life, you don't always win. Sometimes you come up short, and sometimes you downright have to face loss, cancer, divorce, even death. Things that aren't planned or deserved, but they happen in spite of our best intentions. So we hope we have also taught you to handle loss or adversity or even the aforementioned death. So much as it goes against what we wanted you to learn about winning, we also need you to know about the difficulties of life that are facing you. We want to send you out today prepared for this mystery called life and how it surprises you at odd, even strange times and keep you guessing up to the very end. And here are the key words that we hope we, including your parents and family members, have taught you: grace, faith, kindness, and love. You're going to need all of these things as you make your way through this life. I like the story of the village that really needed a large rainfall to survive, and they set a date for the entire village to meet and to pray for rain. And when that day came, they all gathered together to pray for the needed rain. They all gathered, but only one young man showed up with an umbrella. He alone had the faith required. So the great mystery is this: am I prepared for what life is going to throw at me? One truth that many people fail to ever learn, and that perhaps even our adults need to be reminded of: endings come along just as much as beginnings do. And don't ever be afraid to change or to start over. Life will force you to handle change, and your job is to understand that things are changing. Your life doesn't have to crumble and fall apart during those times. Not only do you have your own personal fortitude and willpower, but there are people who will be there to support you and guide you into those new directions. And those people most certainly include these faculty members sitting in front of us who are here today to support you and will continue to be here when you need us. The key is to always look for ways to grow, because life is going to force you to change your plans and to grow stronger. You're about to graduate to something new, so yes, today is an ending of your public school days, but today is also the beginning of all that lies before you. You have no choice. We're sending you away. You are moving on to what you think you will do in life. I'll just have to warn you again, it won't always turn out the way you plan for it to. In many of my faculty challenges, before I've ended with this quote from Jerry Seinfeld: "Life truly is a ride. We're all strapped in and no one can stop it. When the doctor slaps your behind, he's ripping your ticket and away you go. As you make each passage from youth to adulthood to maturity, sometimes you put your arms up and scream, and sometimes you just hang on tightly to that bar in front of you. But the ride is the thing. I think the most you can hope for at the end of life is that your hair is messed, you're out of breath, and you didn't throw up. Life is going to be like that. You'll experience terror, yes, but when it's over, you'll be thrilled to still be alive. And we hope that you will live in such a way that whatever happens to you in life, whatever turns and troubles beset you, you'll always make the most of it by being good human beings and by finding ways to love life and enjoy each moment of growth and change in your life. It's time now for the faculty and the staff of Arkadelphia High School and all of Arkadelphia Public Schools to say to the wonderful class of 2025, goodbye, good luck, and may God go with you. Go and fulfill our dreams for you and your dreams for yourself, and surprise us with the areas in which you have decided to grow and change yourselves, or that life forces you to adjust and handle the difficulties. Just remember that life has a way of surprising you and forcing you to change plans and directions, so be ready and open to those surprises. So we love you, and we always will. And remember, as Jared reminded us, that no matter where you go or travel, it has been and always will be a great day to be a Badger. It is my great privilege to introduce a young lady I've worked with for 4 years, Z Harper, and Z is going to come and speak on behalf of the students.
Thank you, Mr. Patterson. On behalf of this year's senior class, I accept your challenge to continue embracing life even during difficult times by always moving forward. The word life by itself holds power. Life can be a symbol of our personal journeys, connections we build, our pathway to achievement, or the obstacles we come across. But most importantly, it represents our goals, dreams, lessons we learn, and what we take from them. 2020, COVID year, was definitely a difficult time. Balancing between getting schoolwork done while wearing a mask, while being forced to wash my hands 20 times a day, was surely overwhelming. Here is one of the many challenges we will come across in our lifetime. Remember, life is filled with victory and defeat, but it's how we respond to being defeated that truly matters. It is easy to feel discouraged or defeated by failure, but life wasn't made for it to be easy. It was made for you to fail sometimes, understand why you failed, make mistakes while moving forward. The L's in life to me means living through the moments while learning from mistakes. The I is ideal for pushing through even during hard times. The F comes with figuring out yourself and what encourages you to move forward when you feel defeated. And the E represents embracing all the obstacles, big or small, that you will overcome. Moving forward means understanding that failure is not the end, but possibly the beginning of something even bigger. Every success story was built on something small with determination. As we all graduate today and leave this long turbulent chapter of our lives behind, let's take a step into the future and have the mindset to push forward no matter how many times we fail. To my senior class, I love you all, and most importantly, never forget, once a Badger, always a Badger. Thank you.
We are pleased to include as part of this ceremony the presentation of medallions for honor graduates and cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude status, and for advanced diplomas. The descriptions for these distinctions are listed in your program. The parents of these honor graduates will present the medallions to their children. Members of the Arkadelphia School Board, Mrs. Thomas, faculty, parents, and guests, before the presentation of diplomas, it is my distinct privilege as principal of Arkadelphia High School to certify that the graduates have satisfactorily met all of the requirements required for the diplomas that they will receive. Will the graduates in the staging area please rise? Nikeson Tyrion Wimberly. Morgan Elise Middleton. Jancy Ray Thomas. Taylor Nicole Altman. Millie Catherine Babb. Zanai Shalise Harper. Jared Eli Campbell. Zuri Amira Jones. Nathaniel Reed Alexander. Allie Grace Arnold. Autumnbree Gabrielle Arnold. Michaela Nicole Arnold. Catherine Joanne Batson. Aiden Cole Beer. Allison Blakely Bell. Jace Bradley Benson. Dakota Elizabeth Birch. Kelsey Reen Boyles. J.C. Lynn Bright. Riley Nicole Brightwell. Deanna Marie Buckley. Jacoby Danae Campbell. Matthew Reese Campbell. Carson Anthony Carosa. Destiny Mariah Coleman. Clinton Cash Cook. Madeline Rose Costin. Sydney Anderson Covington. Keelan Aiden Cowart. Cameron DeJuan Crow. Caden Andrew Dickerson. Chloe Delane Dunkelgod. James Peter Elgus. Lauren Nicole Epps. George Braxton Fairchild. LeVar David Faulkner, Jr. John Michael Ferguson. Hunter Allen Francis. Libby Sunshine Garrett. Megan Leanne Glover. Julia Luciana Greenwich. Kiana Jamelia Gwynn. Desiree Brianne Hamilton. Miles Allen Harper. Reagan Lene Harris. Scarlett Grace Hasley. Kaylin Jane Hill. Tiamber Lachey Holmes. Stella Grace Honeycutt. Houston Thomas Hooten. Davion Andre Horton. Melody Latrice Hudson. Tony Shemaiah Hughes. Michael Eugene Isom. Zacchaeus Joachim Jefferson. Ladarian Ray Johnson. Terriana Alexis Jones. Sequoia Janae Kennel. Kinley Spring Lamb. Keegan Wayne Launius. Gracie Ann Lee. Gary David Lemus. Amadre Tyree Locke. Bryston Jerome Malone. Bryce Robert Martin. Seth Evan Matoka. Maya Grace Maxwell. Tamara Andrea McClure. Hallie Reed McGough. Gabrielle Mendez Carrillo. Colton Shane Milam. LaJavis DeRoyce Moody. Christopher Sean Mortensen. Jacelyn Iman Nelson. Emma Jane Nelson. Perry Joe Nelson. Carrington Ontario Lee Norfolk. Daisy Pippett Page. Jade Chastine Pendergist. William Garland Penny, Jr. Gwendolyn Nicole Person. Jason Kamari Plant. Jaden Jane Porter Graham. Jaquavis Vontez Purifoy. Micah Thomas Rainey. Kyle David Reed. Shunty M.C. Reed. Alexis Catherine Riddle. Ernesto Alonso Rivera. Olivia Michelle Robbins. O'Brien Markel Roberts. Aiden William Rutherford. Bailey Porter Stacks. Benjamin Cooper Stevenson. Khalees Marie Stevens. Michaela D'Ariel Stewart. Sarah Elizabeth Stockslager. Georgia Kate Stockton. Tyriana Lanisha Tate. Benjamin Blake Trigg. Carson Lucas Trigg. Madeline Marlene Vance. Jakari Deontay Wade. Braden J. Wagner. Sasha Renee Wallace. Michael Wayne Ward. Maya Akila Ware. Brody Madison Wells. Lauren Addison White. Wesley Ryan Whittingham. Ava Marie Williams. Faith Kiara Mackenzie Williams. Isaac Jashawn Williams. Helena Tatiana Woodward. Autumn Ray Young. Will the graduates in the staging area please rise? All of you. All of you. All please rise. It is an honor to formally present to you the 2025 graduates of Arkadelphia High School. Nancy, you're up. You're up.
On behalf of the class of 2025, we thank you for sharing our commencement with us today. We especially thank our parents for their continuing support and our teachers for their willingness to work so hard to see that we graduate. We do not take for granted how much love and support our families have given us. Please stand as Zuri Jones leads us in our alma mater.
To